film opens with Jerry Mitchell, struggling to shake off his morning fatigue as his sister Bray urges him to get up, reminding him he's already late for school, where he's responsible for opening the student store. Rushing through his routine, Jerry finally gets ready, and together with Bray, they hop into their mother's car and head off to school. Along the way, they make a quick stop to pick up their friend Franny, setting the tone for what will soon become an unforgettable day. Franny secretly harbors a crush on Jerry, though he remains oblivious to her feelings. His heart and attention belong entirely to the beautiful Karen, whose charm leaves him utterly captivated and often at a loss for words whenever she's around. Upon arriving at school, Jerry and his friends find the campus buzzing with rumors about a new transfer student, Buddy Revell, a mysterious and intimidating figure with a violent reputation. Whispers circulate that Buddy once pulled a knife on his coach for merely touching him, broke another student's hand, and even assaulted a teacher who made the same mistake. It quickly becomes clear that Buddy is someone with a strict no-touch rule, and anyone who crosses that line pays the price. The teacher, it's said, spent 3 days in the hospital after the encounter. Expelled from his previous school, Buddy Revell has now transferred to continue his studies. As the students whisper about his past, Buddy makes his entrance onto campus, clad in heavy boots, blue jeans, and a worn leather jacket. His intimidating presence draws every eye, and the atmosphere grows tense as he strides confidently through the school grounds. At the student store, Jerry proudly reports to his teacher, Mr. Rice, that he has made $470 in sales. Impressed, Mr. Rice advises him to deposit the money into the school's account as soon as possible. Besides managing the student store, Jerry also works as a high school reporter. He meets his friend Vincent, who urges him to write a feature on new student profiles, specifically about Buddy Revell and his notorious violent past. Vincent warns Jerry that Buddy has an undefeated track record. He's never lost a fight. Later during class, Mr. Phillips introduces Buddy to the students and assigns him a seat right beside Jerry. The moment leaves Jerry visibly shaken, and in a panic, he quickly asks to be excused to the restroom. While in the restroom, Jerry's nerves spike when Buddy Revell unexpectedly walks in. Terrified yet trying to appear friendly, Jerry introduces himself, mentioning that he works for the school newspaper. Buddy, however, coldly refuses to shake his hand. Attempting to make conversation, Jerry nervously asks if he's really the Buddy Revell everyone's been talking about. Buddy stares him down and demands to know why Jerry is so interested in him, especially since he's just arrived at the school.
Jerry nervously explains that he plans to write an article about Buddy, since he's the new student on campus. The moment the words leave his mouth, Buddy's expression darkens. Jerry, trembling, tries to backtrack, asking him to forget everything, and instinctively places a hand on Buddy's shoulder. In an instant, Buddy's fury erupts. He slams Jerry hard against the wall, then shoves him into the restroom mirror with brutal force, leaving Jerry stunned and speechless. Buddy snaps that he doesn't like people knowing about him. Enraged, he issues Jerry a blunt challenge, a fight after school at 3 p.m. in the parking lot. He warns Jerry not to tell any teacher. If he does, Buddy promises to retaliate and make things far worse. Then Buddy turns and leaves, leaving Jerry frozen and terrified. Back in the classroom, Jerry confides in his friend Vincent, admitting that he made a mistake by touching Buddy and revealing that Buddy has now challenged him to a fight at 3 p.m. As rumors about the upcoming showdown spread throughout the school, Jerry clings to a fragile hope that Buddy might reconsider and call off the fight. But Buddy remains steadfast, determined to confront him. In an attempt to help Jerry avoid the impending fight, Vincent hacks into Buddy's locker combination and hatches a risky plan. Plant a knife in Buddy's locker so that Buddy takes the blame, gets expelled, and Jerry is spared. But when Jerry spots Buddy at the school parade, fear hits him like bullets exploding around him. Panicked, he scrambles for cover, ducking into the restroom for safety. As Jerry walks back to his car, he is shocked to find the knife they had planted in Buddy's locker sitting in his vehicle, alongside a note warning him that there is no escape from the fight. Panicked, he tries to start the car, only to discover that it won't start. Buddy has sabotaged it, cutting all the wires. With no other choice, Jerry heads back toward the building, only to be stopped by campus security. They question him for remaining on school grounds after hours without a pass. Terrified, Jerry bolts, triggering a chase by a campus security officer. During a search, the officer discovers a knife on him. Jerry frantically insists that it isn't his, but the officer refuses to listen and escorts him to the dean of students, Mr. Delinsky. The dean calls for Jerry's student file, and Jerry pleads with him not to record the incident. He desperately explains the entire situation, including the impending fight with Buddy, hoping for understanding and leniency. After hearing Jerry's side of the story, Mr. Delinsky warns him that he will be under strict monitoring from now on and risks expulsion if caught in any further misconduct. Jerry is told that students are now betting on whether he can last more than 3 minutes in his fight with Buddy. Feeling completely unprepared, Jerry seeks out the strongest student on campus, Craig, and asks for his help in dealing with the Buddy Revell problem. Craig agrees to help Jerry, but only for $450, promising to deal with Buddy during lunch so that Jerry won't be bothered again. Desperate, Jerry rushes to the student store, takes all the cash from the register, and pays Craig the full amount. He warns Craig to keep the arrangement a secret, emphasizing that no one must know he paid him to confront Buddy. As the clock ticks closer to lunch, Mr. Rice pulls Jerry from class to the student store, showing him the mess and empty safe as the all money is stolen. Furious, he vows to track down the culprit and bring them to justice, setting the stage for another layer of tension in Jerry's already chaotic day. At lunchtime, Craig seeks out Buddy in the library, where he finds him quietly reading. Confidently, Craig warns Buddy not to give Jerry any more trouble. To emphasize his point, Craig impulsively touches Buddy's chest. Instantly enraged, Buddy grabs Craig's finger and snaps it, then delivers a powerful punch to his face, breaking his nose and wreaking havoc across the library. Buddy storms out of the library in a fury, leaving Craig lying helpless on the floor. Jerry and Vincent watch in shock, realizing the true extent of Buddy's strength and the danger that still looms over them. Seated in the restroom, panicking, Jerry learns from Bray and Vincent that Craig returned his money after losing the fight, but kept $100 to cover treatment for his broken finger. Furious, Jerry lashes out at Vincent, blaming him for dragging him into the chaotic situation by seducing him to write about Buddy. Vincent fires back, insisting that he never told Jerry to touch Buddy, though he was fully aware that Buddy is a touch-free individual, escalating their heated exchange. Jerry confides in Bray that he stole the money from the student store, feeling trapped with no other way out. Bray confronts him, urging him to face his problems like a man. She advises him to do something outrageous that would land him in school detention, allowing him to miss the fight while regaining his confidence and sense of control. During English class, Jerry deliberately acts out, lighting a cigarette while giving his book report. In the middle of his narration, he unexpectedly reveals his long-held affection for Miss Farmer, his teacher, embracing her before dramatically collapsing. His shocking behavior leaves the entire class stunned. After regaining consciousness, Nurse Palmer informs him that Miss Farmer did not recommend detention for his classroom antics. Instead, she commends him for his engaging reading of the book and even gives him her number, inviting him to call her after school. Later, Jerry shares an intimate moment with Franny in the student store, adding a bittersweet layer of romance to his turbulent day. Mr. Rice arrives at the store with Detective Mulvihill, who informs him that his thorough investigation suggests the theft was an inside job. The revelation adds another layer of tension and suspicion to Jerry's already complicated day. Jerry stands frozen, watching the clock tick closer to 3 p.m., dreading what's to come. During an exam, Buddy Revell takes a seat beside him, shooting him an intimidating glare before demanding answers. Terrified, Jerry slides his paper toward him. But just as Buddy begins copying, the teacher catches them both and sends him straight to the principal, Mr. O'Rourke, deepening Jerry's troubles even further. In the director's office, Mr. O'Rourke demands an explanation from both students, but Buddy remains silent. Trying to protect himself, Jerry confesses that he was the one cheating off Buddy. Mr. O'Rourke doesn't buy it. Instead, he writes 2 math problems on the blackboard and tells Buddy to solve them. If he gets them right, the case is closed. If not, they're in serious trouble. To Jerry's astonishment, Buddy solves both problems flawlessly and calmly asks to leave. Disappointed, Mr. O'Rourke turns to Jerry, revealing that he's already aware of the theft at the student store and Jerry's possession of the knife. He warns Jerry that he's now on red notice, marking him as a student under close disciplinary watch. After leaving the office, Jerry makes one last attempt to reason with Buddy, pleading with him to call off the fight and suggesting they become friends instead. But Buddy coldly refuses, insisting that the fight must happen. He doesn't need friends. Desperate, Jerry offers him $350 to walk away and leave him alone. Buddy accepts the money, but mocks Jerry as a weak, spineless nerd who didn't even have the courage to stand up for himself. Shaken by Buddy's insults, Jerry retreats to the rooftop, reflecting on his humiliation. Gathering newfound courage, he seeks out Buddy and demands his money back. Buddy refuses, telling him there are no refunds. Determined to reclaim his dignity, Jerry declares that the fight is back on. He'll face Buddy at 3 p.m. in the parking lot. As the clock ticks toward the fateful hour, both prepare for the showdown. By the time the bell rings, the entire school has gathered at the parking lot, eager to witness the unforgettable battle. Summoning every ounce of courage, Jerry steps forward to face the fierce Buddy Revell. Just as the crowd grows restless, Mr. O'Rourke arrives, declaring that the fight is canceled and ordering the students to go home. He instructs Buddy to report to his office, but when he mistakenly grabs Buddy's arm, Buddy reacts instinctively, landing a powerful punch that knocks him to the ground. The unexpected blow ignites the fight, sending the crowd into chaos. Franny rushes in to protect Jerry, but Buddy shoves her aside, escalating the intensity of the showdown. Enraged, Jerry charges at Buddy, but is met with a crushing blow to the chest that sends him sprawling to the ground. In a desperate move, Jerry kicks Buddy's legs, knocking him down like a fallen tree. He leaps onto Buddy's back, but Buddy easily throws him off again. The campus security officer rushes in to break up the fight, only to be knocked out by a single punch from Buddy. The chaos continues as Bray cheers for her brother, amazed that he's lasted more than 3 minutes in the ring. Fueled by her encouragement, Jerry musters his strength and lands a solid punch, breaking Buddy's nose and shocking the crowd. Furious and bleeding, Buddy retaliates with a brutal punch and slips on his metal hand ring, ready to deliver a devastating final blow. But just as he's about to strike, Vincent leaps in to stop him. In the chaos, Bray picks up the fallen metal ring and gives it to Jerry, who quickly slips it on. With one swift, determined move, Jerry lands a powerful punch that sends Buddy crashing to the ground. The crowd erupts in astonishment as students chant Jerry's name. He has won the fight of the day. The next morning, while Jerry is at the student store, Buddy quietly walks in and returns the $350, a silent gesture of respect between the two former rivals. Thanks for watching.